Okay, let's start the class. This is our 13th class for aircraft structure. Everyone, on your page, on the top itself, you write 13th day class, so that when the video will be available, it will be written day 13th. Okay, and one more thing you do, whenever you are finishing your day lecture, okay, so whatever topics are being covered in the day lecture, uh, those topics after finishing the class, you write at the top. Like for example, if you have written here, this is your page, if you have written here day 13th, after that you will be having some gap, right? So after finishing the class, you mention topics here, whatever topics we have covered. Okay, now students are asking that, sir, why are you not saying the topics in advance, like how many topics you are going to cover? See, if I will say in the advance that these many topics I am going to cover, then that will be burden on me. So within the given limit of 2.5 hours, I have to finish the topic. In that condition, whether you understand or you don't understand, I have to finish the topic. So you guys don't bother about how many topics we are going to cover in the class. You just bother whatever is going on, you are able to understand or not. Whether half topic or single topic or 10 topics, number of topics is not my priority. Your concept is my priority, because anyway in the last, when you will sit in the exam hall, your rank is important. That's why I have to focus on your this thing. Let's start. See guys, you just take a heading, idea about increasing and decreasing curve. Idea about increasing and decreasing curve. Now why I am teaching this? Because I have to teach you further SFD BMD for the cantilever beam. So in that cantilever beam, I am going to take UVL, uniformly distributed load. So there you should have, before going to the topic, we should understand what is increasing, decreasing, then only we can understand that topic properly. So understand. Imagine this is your y-axis and x-axis. So if you draw curve like this, so this curve, and you are considering your y is the function of x. Don't consider x as function of y. No, don't consider this. If you consider this, then sense of the curve will change. So we have to consider y depends on x. Now see, you know that in mathematics, whenever equation is written, in any equation, we have three types of things. Okay, one thing is going to be constant, whether it is available in the equation or not does not matter, but two things are going to be sure. One is dependent variable and one is independent variable. So y value depends on x values, so y is known as dependent variable, and this x is known as independent variable. For example, if I write the equation y is equal to x square plus 2x, so in this, first this 2 is a constant. If I will add plus 3 here, this 3 is a constant. This 2 is, you can say, coefficient of x. This x here is known as independent variable. X value is independent, but y value depends on x. If you change the values of x, y will change, so it depends on x. So it's simple. So now that's why in the beginning itself you have to decide which variable you have to keep left side. So y I am keeping left side, so y I am considering as dependent variable. Okay, now move to the main logic. Main logic is, if you have y and x axis, and here you are taking a curve like this, so this curve you will say as, now I am giving two options, decreasing curve, increasing curve. First you guys choose which curve this is, increasing curve or decreasing curve, then I will explain. Very good, very good, go ahead. Very good, go ahead. Very good, very good. Okay, some students are remaining. Guys, tick. Today 3 students are not in class. Okay, Now see guys, there are two ways to think about this. It's okay. There are two ways to think about this. Now, uh, how to think? This is decreasing function or increasing function. I am considering this guy. I am considering y depends on x. So I am considering this curve is y is equal to fx curve. I am not considering x is equal to fy curve. Try to understand. Try to understand. I am just considering y is equal to fx curve. They both are, big change. When I will teach you mathematics, in that when I will teach you domain and range, that time I will explain all these things. Okay. Now see. So how do we guess this? Very best and easy idea. There are two ways. One is physical behavior you can check, but for that you should be enough smart. And what is the physical behavior? Physical behavior is like you split equal distances in your mind, not on the diagram. So suppose this is 1 meter, this is 1 meter, this is 1 meter. So for the first 1 meter, your value increased this much. But for the next 1 meter, your value increased only this much. Then for the next 1 meter, your value increased only this much. Then for the next 1 meter, your value increased only this much. After that, your value is not increasing. It means what? You can see this. It is decreasing. So this function is decreasing function. This is the physical way to understand. Quickly you can judge if you are enough smart. Other than that, there is slope method. Slope method is again very helpful to judge function is increasing or not. So people, I am sorry if you are taking increasing function. Now you go for slope method. So before understanding slope method, first you understand what is slope. What is slope? So to understand slope, just imagine it any random curve. Suppose I am considering any random curve like this. First I will teach you slope, then I will go back to increasing, decreasing. Okay, first understand what is slope. So slope means at any point you draw the tangent. At any point you draw the tangent. Now see, this tangent is making angle. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, is making angle from x also. I mean, this is positive side, from positive x-axis also. This is making this angle also. This is making this angle also. This is making this angle also. This is making angle from y-axis also, like this, like this. Okay, but to define slope, you need angle which is made from positive x-axis anti-clockwise. Means only this angle. You need only this angle. So suppose this angle is theta, then use this theta with tan. So tan theta. Then whatever value of the tan theta will come, that show by symbol m. So this m is known as slope. Okay, this theta is not known as slope. Many student thinks this theta is known as slope. Okay, this m is known as slope. Now because tan theta is coming into picture, so you should be brilliant in the graph of tan theta or the value of tan theta. So tan theta value, this is very drastic change. I will show you the graph. You see here, this is the graph of tan theta, and this is your asymptote line. In English we say asymptote. Please cross check the spelling of asymptote on Google. I am little weak in English. Asymptote means this line will never touch the curve. I mean, these two people will never meet. Okay, this blue line will keep on going. Like when I was teaching you gas dynamics, then old students, just 1 minute, I want to give a reference here. When I was teaching this thing, then there was m square equation, Mach number equation in terms of m2 square in terms of m1 square, right? You remember guys, m2 was the function of m1. Okay, so in that, when I took m1 as infinite, m2 came as, if I'm not wrong, 0.37 something, right? Someone remember the value? What was m2 when m1 was infinite? Someone remember? 0.376 I think, 0.376 I think, yeah, right. So you can see if this is your M1 axis, so M1 axis you take till infinite, but M2 will follow an asymptote line 0.376 whatever value, this value if you are watching on YouTube, just cross check this value, 0.376 value, okay. So but I'm not sure, you can refer any book. So this will go like this, it will never touch. But during the class I calculated, everyone calculated, and we found that after certain value, for every new m, the value was we were getting same value for 3 decimal points, right? We were getting same. So asymptote means this value you will increase, I mean m1 you will increase, but this m2 you will not. So here I am just talking about little exposure about slope. So you can see here, in the beginning your slope is this much, then your slope is this much, then your slope is almost flat, and then your slope is constant at every point, right? So you come here, now you see at this point, if you draw the slope is this much. This much means I'm not saying the angle, I'm saying find the angle, put in tan and get the answer. That answer is slope. Then at this point, this is your angle, put in tan, get the answer. Then at this point, this is your slope. Then at this point, this is your slope. So for this, if you are drawing this kind of curve, it is going to be increasing curve because your slope is increasing. Guys, understand. If you are understanding, please tick here. If you are not understanding, tick here. Very good result, superb. Now see guys, so you should know the tan curve after 90 degree. Again you need one more axis here. So from that axis again you will draw a curved line like this, and then this asymptote will also follow backside. Again it will not touch anywhere. So again 90, at 90 you have infinite value this side, you have minus infinite value this side. When again you will touch 180 degree, again tan will start from 0. So again it will grow and again it will go like this. So tan, and you can also have the negative side. So here you will draw the asymptote, and then here you will draw, and then from here you will draw the curve like this. Okay, so this is the tan curve. Draw the curve. Or you can, if my handwriting is not sure, you can just Google the tan curve, or you can cross check in any book the tan curve. If you have 11th, 12th NCERT, there also it will be available. Or just Google the tan curve. Okay, fine. So you just draw the tan curve. Tick here once you are done. Very good. Okay. Now, so in case of slope, if any curve I will give, so that curve you should understand increasing or decreasing. Suppose I am drawing let's draw this curve. Now you have two options. The curve is increasing or decreasing. Guess the curve. Tick your answer. Okay. Now see, before ticking your answer, you please cross check the function is y of x or x of y. So if you consider this is x function and y function in that case, so if you are considering increasing, then make sure you have considered y as the function. Now why I am teaching like this? Because fundamental should be strong about increasing, decreasing. Then only you can learn the VDL, UVL concept, uniformly varying load. See now, suppose this is your no shape is parabola or what, you cannot say. It looks like that. I will tell you guys, like Vedant is saying parabola. For that I want to say something. See, you guys are weak in mathematics. See, if I am drawing any curve like this, you cannot say it is parabola. if I will delete that curve, if I will draw curve like this, you cannot say parabola. If I'll curve like this, you cannot say parabola. Any one of them will be parabola. I mean to say that if you will draw y is equal to x, if you will draw y is equal to x square, y is equal to x cube, not proportional, proportional you will draw proportional, y proportional x power 4, y proportional x power 5, y proportional x power 6. If these kind of curves you will draw, then you should know how to draw this curve. This is wrong curve. You should know how to draw this curve. So see, I will teach you now itself. So this curve you classify into, y is equal to y proportional x power 2, x power 4, x power 6. This kind of curve first we will learn. Then we will learn y proportional x cube, y power 5, x power 7, like this kind of curve. I mean even powers and odd powers. It should be very clear, guys. And again I am repeating why I teach all these things very smoothly and nicely, because I also teach for IIT Advanced and IIT Mains. This sentence I am saying because video is being recorded on YouTube, so just for promotion purpose, somewhat show off. Okay, see now. So from here I will draw one line like this. So this line I am drawing for y proportional x. This is straight line. Now from here you will draw one line like okay, let me draw a little bit at an angle so that I can explain well. Little bit like, sorry, like this. If I draw, it will be smooth. Now see, I am drawing one curve like this, and then I am drawing one curve like this, and then I am drawing one curve like this. One thing I want to make sure, my handwriting is wrong here. These curve will never bend this side. Actually in my diagram it is looking like this, but actually at this point, at the intersection point, all the curves will be like this. Green is like this, red is like this, and the black is like this. They will never bend this side. It is my handwriting mistake. You understand, right? And they will be, the green line will be like this, and the red line will be like this, and the black line will be like this. So this kind of intersection you should draw here, right? So now you can see, guys, you can see exactly at this angle, exactly at this intersection point, because they all will be same for f x is equal to 1. So this is the point where x is 1. I mean this is the point where x is 1. So you can see below 1, how the curves are increasing. Below 1, this green line is having different slope, but the black line is having different slope. Now go home after the class and judge green is having more slope or black is having more slope. Okay, so I should write here, this is x square line, then red one is x power 3 line, then black one is x power 4 line. It means what? I hope you got it, what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that this intersection point, sorry, this intersection point, wait, this is my line, this is the intersection point. So this is your x square curve, and then this is your x cube curve, and then this is your x power 4 curve. Intersection part, you understand? I mean to say that the green line is x square line, and then the red line is x cube line, and then next line is x power 4 line. I hope you understood how the curve is growing. Okay, after the intersection, how the curve is growing. So now you can see. So I will change the page. Now you can see, if I will simply draw a curve like this, you cannot say this is x square or x cube or x power 4 until and unless I will not draw one more line. If I am drawing one more line, and then I will give you option, choose which one is x square, which one is x cube, then without hesitation you will say the red line is x square line and the blue line is x cube line. I hope it's clear. If it's clear, tick here. Very good. Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Superb. Amazing. You all have been amazing students. Seriously. Very good. Yeah, the straight line will be x line. The straight line will be x line. I mean, the intersection should be common. Yeah. And now see, one last learn. If you have to draw the complete quadrant, because here I have taken only the basic quadrant, the first quadrant. If you have to draw the complete quadrant, then you know y will be always positive for odd powers, x square, x power 4, x power 6. So you will never come into the y side, negative y side. I am trying to say your curve will never follow negative y side. So all these curves will go like this. Which curve? Only the even curves. Only like so even curves. So this will be your x square, this will be your x cube, this will be your not cube, x power 4, x power 6, like this. You can see how the power is increasing, because if power will increase, value will increase faster. So that's why slope is increasing. Okay, you can see here x square to x cube I am going. So here also x square, x power 4 will go, and all the cubes, I mean all the odds, will turn in this way, like this. So this will be your x cube line, then x5 line, then x7 line, like this. And make the good diagram. Actually my diagram is not good, so I mean to say this kind of smooth lines will come. This kind of smooth lines will come. This kind of line will come. Okay, so in that messy lag raha hai? Just a minute, I'll change the page. See, only 2 lines I will draw. You will judge. Okay, let me draw 4 lines. If I'm drawing like this, so this is x square line I'm saying, and after that I will draw x cube line. So this is x cube line. Now if I will draw x power 4 line, then x power 4 line will go like this. X power 4 line, this is x square line. Clear? And if I want to draw x power 5 line, then actually my curve is totally wrong here, because they are bending in this direction. They will bend, but actually they will never, you see what I'm trying to say. This intersection I'm drawing wrong. Actually I should draw like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, you will never cross like this, no. So this will be your x square, this will be your x square, this one, then x cube, then x power 4, then x power 5. I just mean to say that the x power 4 people, you take mirror image. So y proportional x square proportional x power 4, this kind of curve, you just write here mirror image of y axis. They are known as even function. Actually I started teaching maths. What is this, man? Seriously, we are jumping here to there. Anyway, it is required now. And then x cube line is there, x power 5 line I am drawing. Let me use black color. I am using black color. So this is my x power 5 line, and this is my x cube line. So you can see here, right? Because x power 5 is more power, no? So the change will be rapid, more faster. That's why more slopey. And this intersection, can someone guess what is the value of this intersection? Can someone guess? Can someone guess intersection value? This intersection, very good, -1. So -1. So this line and this line, I mean this, you will join like this, so it will go like this. So this line is y is equal to x line. Okay, so I hope this much idea you understood. Okay, now so see, all these basics are important before jumping to UVL. Okay, तो वो तो ellipse is a different family. I mean ellipse is entire family. Here y is power 1 always. I mean whatever curves we are doing here, that curve is y power n1 proportional x, y power 1 proportional x square, y power 1 proportional x cube. These kind of curves we are. Ellipse is a different family. In case of ellipse, ask. see, if you have ellipse looks like this: x square plus a square y square plus b square is equal to 1. Okay, now ellipse looks like this. So if you want to discuss increasing decreasing here, then you have to consider portion first. So suppose this is the portion you are talking. Okay, so in this portion, again you understand, you want to consider y as a function of x or x as a function of y. So no need to make it complicated. Let's consider y is the function of x. So now see, at this point if you draw the slope is this. Then at this point you draw the slope is this. And this point you draw the slope is this. So you can see how are we increasing, right? So you can easily judge your, yeah. So how to bother about this? Okay. Now we are in the stage to start UVL. No. Whenever you bother about your slope, always come to first quadrant, guys. In the first quadrant, always, oh sorry, meeting over.